back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys can't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington football team. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
One-handed.
Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Locke. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down.
Ready, break, 50, Mike, 50. We go. Mike 50. Go.
On first down, Locke rolling to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I'm going to hit you.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd and inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check three. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Watch the screen. Hey, Mike.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Kenyon Drake.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brings up third
Defensive
down.
end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
No gain on the
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. And his throw here's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To James White.
James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Point after.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jameis to throw it. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running for the shotgun with Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. He's airing it out for Williams and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let him get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Derwin James on the coverage.
No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you want to step.
Lights 50. Crunch time, defense.
Throwing again. Locke. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Bengals 7, Washington nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give to Breida. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. But I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 30-yard line.
Winston. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Kenyon Drake.
Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Damian Wilson on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Play action now. Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 8 yards to go.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact, I'm not saying
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion. But you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete to
A
Josh
gain
Gordon.
of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Gain of 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, Locke. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Locke on the bootleg. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Locke. His throw incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 16, Winston got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Drake. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion. and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 38-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And a Bengal first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Lock. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Lock now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to number 16.
Tyrell Williams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
For the point after.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That's the end of the 3rd
and
quarter.
that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Winston's pass.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Going deep here for Parker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 69 yards on the ground. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, Block. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jack Doyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down. And this one too low.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Winston. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
The 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Now Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To the air again with Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
A 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
For a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They run again with Breida. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Bengals.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Let's get off the field, D. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
And they will take a knee here.
Block on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
50, mark 50, mark 50. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Today's final score, Bengals
a road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.